Hey everyone, so today we're gonna paint a simple forest painting. So first of all, just grab your paint and squeeze out tiny droplets onto the paper. Okay. Then without touching the water, you're gonna spread that paint. Don't add water yet. This is called dry painting. So you're just gonna pull out the paint. Just spread around the paint with a dry brush. I know it's really dry and you're urging to add some water, but just spread it around first. And if you can, try to mix up some of the colors together. So we're going to start with the yellow, light green, dark green, then leave with the brown. After that, you're going to start adding water at the base because that's where our trees are going to be. And then from there, we're going to work up to the dark green, and then from the light yellow we're going to pull down the color. So just add water and mix it up, pull the color. Right, the key is to pull the color from the direction of the light. Okay, after that you're going to add a little bit of water to the light part, the part where the source of the light is. When you add a bit of water there, you're going to pull it down to the green area, so it's going to look like the light is shining towards the end of to the corner of the paper. Okay, so when you add water to that corner where the light is, and you're going to pull it out to the green area all the way down. Okay, so slowly you're going to do the same thing with light green and then dark green. Alright. Okay, next we're going to start off with the base where the grass and the tall trees will be. So we're going to start with a very lightish, very light brown, soft light brown. Add some water. It's going to have like a watery effect. We're going to add some forest trees, very tall trees at the back. Alright. We're going to start off with a light base first, a light layer. Okay, then we're gonna let it dry for a while. Let it dry. Let it dry a bit. Okay, then we're gonna add the darker color. We're gonna add another layer. This time we're gonna add a bit of the dark brown. It's gonna appear more visible to the eyes. While adding that, we're gonna add some like leaf effects. Add some leaves at the top of the trees there. Then add drops of white paint just at the part where the light is shining, at the green area. This will be handy later. This will be very useful for a little final shining effect. Okay, now you're gonna take the black paint and you're gonna make the tall trees, the grass area a bit more darker. Just a single line, don't brush it too much. Okay. Alright, you're gonna line over the light brown we added earlier, and then we're going to add some green to make the green forest effect, and we're going to color just slightly over the ground layer, like watery consistency. Okay, next we're gonna darken up with the trees, with the leaves. We're gonna take a bit of dark green, just paint over the brown leaves that we painted earlier. Gonna add some leaves at the top. Make sure you add it at the top as well and at the bottom. Okay, next we're gonna add some white for the base, just a bit of highlight when the light touches. Alright. Okay, then we're gonna add a bit more leaves to the trees at the back. So the darker the color is, the nearer the leaves are to you. The lighter the leaves are, that means the leaves are further away from you. Okay, so that's the type of effect. Add some black to make it darker, and then maybe some light brown to have an additional lighting effect. Okay, so you can add. Next, you're gonna add some more leaves at the top of the trees near to the source of the light, and then you're gonna darken up the leaves with a bit of brown and a bit of black. Be careful not to go too much with the black. Okay. So you're gonna start pulling out that white droplets you added earlier. Just add a bit of water and paint on that white area, so it's gonna look like the light is shining on top of some of the trees, some of the plants. Okay, so you're gonna slowly mix up, and okay, while you're pulling the white, you're gonna add a bit of yellow on top of that white. Okay, so this is gonna cause the light to have a more natural sunlight color. Just add a bit of yellow and pull the yellow on top of the white, and just bring it all the way on top of the trees. Try to pull the direction of the yellow towards the trees, and not to add too much water while you're pulling the light towards the trees. Now you're going to add a bit of white to the grass, and then you're going to touch up some of the leaves at the top of the trees. You can add a bit of brown to add a bit of highlight, and maybe touch up the branches, the stems actually, the trunk of the trees. Add a bit of brown to the trunk. Then you're going to add a bit of black at the top to make it more defined and make it more visible to our eyes. The main, you don't have to make it exactly 100% like mine. Please be free. Let your paintbrush flow freely when you're painting and doing this painting. It doesn't have to be exactly accurate. It doesn't have to be straight. The trees doesn't have to be straight. The color of the yellow doesn't have to be exactly like mine. Okay, now you're gonna take a toothbrush, and you're gonna paint white paint over it, and just sprinkle. The bristles of the brush will help the paint to spread beautifully, like beautiful shiny light all over the forest. The toothbrush really gives a very good effect. So I'm just touching it up. So remember guys, just let your imagination flow freely. You can add a bit of butterflies. Okay, you can add a bit of insects. If you want, you can add, I don't know, some creatures in the forest. This is just a random painting I did for fun. I just want to play around with the color of the light and how I mix the paintings from one direction. Okay, so there are a bit of mistakes I can see, but I just did this for fun. It took me around 30 minutes to get this done, I guess, because I had to wait for the paint to dry. Since I used like watercolor paint, I didn't use poster color paint. So there you have it, a simple forest painting. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect, just have fun. Okay, thank you guys, that's all for now. Bye.